Finally, I get to discuss the want portion of the process.
In the first part of this series, we discuss the difference between wants and needs.
So like, I want sushi, but I need to eat.
You're correct, Casey. Since we established the minimums in step 1, the maximum price in steps 2 and 3, now we can start adding some wants into the mix, the fun part. Casey and I can now start a search with the minimum number of bedrooms, the minimum number of bathrooms, and the maximum price.
So for instance, we can set up a search for all homes with 3 or more bedrooms, 2 or more bathrooms, and below your maximum price point. From there, we will have a list of potential properties for you to review. So many times, David has had in his notes items like, buyer does not want a pool, and we end up buying a home with a pool. What typically happens with wants is that once you start looking, they can change. And what you thought was a priority was not once you start actually seeing the properties.
If you're planning on using Casey and I to assist you with the purchase of your home, you're also going to receive a short video on how to use the portal. This is the portal provided by our local MLS to help you see the homes that are in our system. We find that it helps our clients to narrow down their physical showings by first looking at the listings online.
At some point, we get to look at homes, which usually means you get to eat a meal with us.
And I think she enjoys the eating as much as she enjoys looking at the homes.
I do. Your realtor will spend hours setting up showings and juggling the available times each home has available. Once you give them the list for the weekend, be mindful that adding a home that isn't vacant can sometimes be difficult to schedule. We recommend a few sessions with your agent in the car to get to know the areas and to see as many properties as possible before you make a decision.
Your agent should be able to provide you with information regarding the previous homes sold in the neighborhood, what schools that home is zoned for, and any regulations that you should be aware of.
For instance, in Auburn, some streets are zoned for no more than 2 unrelated people to live in the same home. So if you're looking for student housing, you probably need the assistance of a realtor who specializes in the area around Auburn University.
You know, in fact, sometimes one side of the road is zoned one way and the other side is zoned another. Bring a realtor in from another part of the state, you might end up buying the wrong property.
Finding the right home can be a long process, but it is one that we certainly enjoy.